Due to the potential weather over the weekend, I actually started my week with 3 rescheduled shoots. So instead of doing those, I made a wall collage with some pictures, postcards, and random things I had. I'm trying to move away from the millennial, minimal, gray aesthetic, and just do things that feel like they inspire me and maybe aren't Pinterest worthy. And then I switched out some of my gear to a smaller bag. I tried this out the first day, like maybe I'll just bring the smaller bag inside. I ended up not really doing that and liking that for the first session. So for the next sessions, I just stuck with the rolling bag. But yeah, the downtime on Monday gave me a lot of time to prep for the sessions. They were spread out a little bit throughout the week this week now. It was a good rest day to just get my stuff prepared for that. And then I'm at the restaurant now on Tuesday. I just finished my session. It's so cold outside. I did not really photograph outside because, yeah, it's very cold. What's the feels like temp? Like, it feels like 25. I'm not used to that anymore. Packing up all my gear, and I'm gonna head home and upload these photos and prepare for my next shoot tomorrow. And then I have 1 or 2 on Thursday. I'm just getting all my stuff back into my big bag so it is more safe on the drive. I did end up using a flash in there because the light is a little bit trickier than some of the other restaurants. But overall, I'm happy with what I got. And I am, of course, putting in directions on my phone because I cannot go anywhere really yet without using directions. And that's fine. We haven't been here that long. So I am just getting all these images loaded onto my computer, backed up. And then this is what I usually look like editing. A robe, headphones. That's more of my natural state. Wednesday morning started and I'm getting ready for another morning session. Good morning. We're back at it. Today is Wednesday and I have a shoot today. I just realized I didn't print out the sheet, but I didn't really use it yesterday. I just used the notes on my phone, so I think I'm gonna do that same thing today. But we are going to a restaurant. It's about an alarm telling me to leave. We're going to a restaurant that's about 30-40 minutes away, and I am photographing some food there, some of their team members. That is my primary focus, is just anything that these restaurants can use to feature their store on social media. And so that's where I'm headed today. I need some tissues because this cold weather makes my nose feel runny. But that is my job today. This one is like a 50s diner themed one, which is so cool. I'll give you a little peek of it. But I really like these. I've never been to this specific location, but I've seen this model before. So anyways, I'm going there and doing that. Then I'll come back and upload the images on my computer, edit them, and then move on with my day. That's what we're doing. I love this concept. Good afternoon. I have not been videoing at all today with this camera, but it has been a really full day. I need to plug my phone in and charge it, and then I'll talk about it. So this morning I woke up really early and went to photograph some things at such a special restaurant. I'll show a clip here. And I was able to go there, and then we are signature members again this year because we use our Chick-fil-A app a ton, of course. And so when you are one of those membership tiers, I can't remember if it's just signature members, but when you're one of those tiers you get a free backstage tour. So I booked that for the kids and Kyle and I to do, so we went to go tour that, and that was a ton of fun. We haven't been in forever, so we did that. And then now I am at another restaurant getting ready to go and take photos. This one is one of my favorites. I love them all, but I love the food that's at this one. Sweet potato waffle fries. They're so good. So I'm about to go in here. I'm gonna finish my list real quick, go in here, take those photos, and then at the end, I'm gonna get some food and a drink and start heading home. I think my drive home is about 30 minutes, let's say. I'm not sure. Let's see. No, my drive home is like 45 minutes. So I'm definitely gonna get food because I will not be home for a little bit, because by the time I'm done here, there will be more traffic. So gonna get all this done, get my gear out of the bag. I also did stop at Trader Joe's because there's one kind of the way I was coming. There's not one super close to us. So my kids love the vegetable fried rice, so I bought 10 bags of that. A few other things, so I've got that in the back, and I have it in a cooler bag, so hopefully it's gonna make it home after the session, but I should be home in about less than 2 hours, so we'll see. I ended up stopping at Goodwill, of course, so it took a little longer. And then we got a little bit of snow. Blakely, what is it doing outside? What's coming down?
Snow?
Is it gonna stick?
No, we haven't seen it sticking.
Yeah, probably not, but it's snowing. So Saturday, we ran errands, and look what Blakely found by herself at the thrift store. It's such a crazy find. I think this was easy because this was clearly the most Midwestern day that we had experienced in a long time. It was very windy and very cold, and for some reason that made me feel like, let me get out and get all of the groceries I need, get all of the things done, go get gas. I don't know why, but I guess I'm missing a little bit of the Midwest winters, and so when we finally had a day like that, I felt very productive and like I could get anything done. So I did. I'm also trying to do a little less screen time and be inspired a little less by Pinterest and TikTok. So I've picked up some magazines, so some of those came in. And then I worked on this little baby sweater, but I can't show you any of that, but it was fun to do and I'm excited it turned out so cute. And now it's Sunday and I'm prepping to do it all again. Okay, that was a crazy week. I had those 4 sessions and then 3 of them got rescheduled from, instead of being on Monday, I did them on one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, and then one is rescheduled for tomorrow, this Monday. I drove a good amount around like the South Atlanta area, but next week I will be going to like through Atlanta to the northern part and then off to the east side. For those sessions, I will be seeing a lot more of the city area, just like surrounding, than I have so far. I did want to talk about this lens. It was, in one word, amazing. I did not take it off of my camera once. It was good for everything that I shot. I am shooting like exterior and food and team members, so I need something that can be flexible, and usually I was going between my 35 and 85 a lot, sometimes using the 50mm first. But then I think I talked about in my last video just using primes in a restaurant setting. It's a lot, especially when it's a time of day where maybe there's a rush or something. It wasn't ideal to keep switching lenses or even to carry around 2 cameras. That's something I do with weddings. It wasn't ideal to really do that. So I carried around this whole bag and I had all of my primes with me the entire time, just in case I got on site and was like, I actually hate this. But I had rented it before for a different situation, and I had shot with this for a while with weddings and portraits years ago, like 5, 7, more than 7, probably 9, maybe 10 years ago. So I have used this type of lens before, but I just wasn't sure if I would like it in the restaurant, and spoiler alert, I love it. It's gonna be my go-to, and I'll probably be able to condense my gear down a little bit, even just like taking, I don't know, like 2 lenses out of the bag. But I did like having the rolling bag with me. That was nice because I just don't have to carry stuff on my back or like side anymore, and that feels very helpful as I age. So ultimately, I love this lens. This is the 24-70 2.8. It works like a dream, and I highly recommend it. I think I said in the last video I was going back and forth between the 24-74 because I wasn't sure if I needed that, but I looked back through the images I'd shot in the restaurant before, and I tend to just shoot wide open even with this. Like, it is the style that I like, and I think mimics what my client is going for best, to really have that creamy back blurred. So maybe when I'm outside I'm not using that as much, but when I'm inside, every little bit of light counts in some of the situations, and it just blurs out the busyness around that can be really distracting in restaurant photography. So I need to prep my gear for tomorrow's shoot. So just charge my battery. I think I'm still shooting on these 2 cards because I still have plenty of room on them. And then I need to next week. Right as mouse. You don't have to have the mouse's posture. I was not rudely, but interrupted, so I am going to take that as a sign to wrap this vlog up. But yeah, I just really wanted to sing the praises of this lens. It really is worth the hype. I truly believe that. I do think it's faster than the prime lenses that I was using with the adapter for the Z camera. However, I don't notice it crazy fast for, I guess, what I'm shooting right now. So if you are still using primes or using an adapter with whatever lens you have, I think that's a great choice. I just knew that the next time I upgrade my camera, I'm going to be doing mirrorless. So I needed to finally invest in a mirrorless lens. So that's why I made this choice. But yeah, I'm gonna move on. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next vlog. Bye.